Good morning, yoga peeps. I'm Julia. This is the Fucking Yoga channel. If you were looking for something else and stumbled upon this site, you could stay for a little bit of yoga, but I'm sorry, it's not that kind of yoga. Yoga isn't always about being strong or being a contortionist. It is about moving your body in a way that will lubricate joints, get things loose, and addressing some aches and pains that you might have. If you are like me, and probably 99% of the rest of us, you carry a lot of tension or stress in their shoulders and neck. Your cervical spine is also the most common place to experience injury or trouble, simply because it's very delicate. The neck, the cervical spine, is part of the rest of the spine. It's called the cervical spine. Duh, Julia. But it has an incredible amount of mobility. So not only can you rotate around its axis, we can bend forward, we can look up, we can tilt side to side, an elliptical motion. So there are a lot of things that can go wrong with any moving parts. If you let's talk about the water in the refrigerator, for example. Never mind, we won't go there. Today, I want to give you a few things to ease your neck and upper body. If you have injuries or you're dealing with a very specific issue, please always be mindful of your own condition and your own body and your own limitations. Remember, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just some crazy bitch up here doing yoga. And mind you, my yoga is really designed to allow everybody access and to provide sustainability over the course of your life with mindfulness to joints and spine. But really, you are the only expert in your life about your body. So we're going to start in comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. This happens to work for me. One leg out, both legs out. Maybe you want to roll a blanket or put a bolster under your knees. Please, please, please make yourself comfortable. And we're going to work a little forward folding. Of course we are. Forward folding is my favorite thing. We're going to work the breath a little bit to stretch the spine through the thoracic, and then we're going to work up into some forward folding to release tension around the neck. So the easiest thing we're going to do is dump into some semicircles with the head. So we're going to drop the chin to the chest, tilt an ear all the way over to the other side, move the chin down to the chest, and tilt an ear all the way over to the other side. Wait a minute, Julia, why aren't we doing head circles? Well, I don't do head circles for one very good reason. If you are looking up into the sky, and I love to see this in yoga poses, you are compressing your cervical spine rather than extending it. I hear that our vertebrae and spinal cord is pretty important. Anyway, so that's why I don't do full-on head circles. So just forward with the head, to the side with the head, forward with the head, and to the side. And you can do this in as many repetitions as you would like. You can hold the side stretch for as many breaths as you like. If you are working through it and you're starting to feel a little bit looser, you can tuck your hands underneath your hips and drop those shoulders and take a little lean away from that direction. You're going to feel that stretch from behind the ear all the way down the neck and right over the top of the shoulder cap. Sometimes you can tuck your hands behind your hips, palms up. That's going to give you this external rotation of the shoulder cap and get you, once again, a little more space. This version gives you this stretch underneath the collarbone as well into the upper pecs and the smaller breathing muscles. So we're just going to start with those head circles. The next thing after we do that is a little forward fold. We're going to tuck the fingers right behind the ears. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see how this looks. Just resting the fingers behind the ears, I want you to lengthen with the inhale through the spine. Open the elbows behind you. Feel that stretch through the chest. And maybe if you're very tight, into the biceps. With the exhale, we're going to tilt into the tailbone, wrap the elbows around the head, and take this tuck of the chin and the shoulders. Inhaling, unwind the spine, drop the shoulders a little bit, reach those elbows back. And I would recommend doing this 5 to 6 times. As you work through your repetitions, you can get a little bit deeper into the fold and take the elbows down a little closer to the feet. But this is really about moving the joints, tucking the chin, curling through that spine. You're going to feel that stretch right up from the tailbone through the erector spinae muscles up to the base of the head. Then I'm going to just relax and roll my shoulders back and roll my shoulders forward. The next thing I want to have you do is this rotational turn with the head. Lift up through the spine, get nice and tall, open the shoulders, and then we're going to look with the gaze as far over the shoulder as we can get. And then unwind. I usually cue to breathe through the twist, to exhale through the twist, and inhale through the unwind. That's just helpful cueing for any other twisting that we're doing. It's not necessarily any physical benefit here because, you know, we don't breathe into our neck. Just saying. We're going to work these turns and just take that reach over the shoulder. After that, I want to tuck through and come back to those semicircles with the head. Drifting over this direction, tucking, drifting over this direction, and tucking. And I'm going to take one more of those on both directions. And then come through to center. Just slowly stack that cervical spine. Rolling the shoulders back, rolling the shoulders forward. We're going to come up with an inhale, reaching through the stretch of the arms. Keep my shoulders tucked down. Let's push back into our little cactus arm and then roll around the body. Tuck the upper back and shoulders and chin. And then reach on up, tuck it back, roll forward, and one more time. Big reach on that, and just let those arms drift down behind you a little bit. Little shrug of the shoulders, little wiggle of the elbows, letting the fingers drift down toward the mat. To finish off, we're going to take a nice sweep up, trace the fingers through the air, tuck the chin, roll the shoulders, and come down into a forward fold. Remember, you can rest your upper body on the legs, a block if you have one, or take it to the feet or the floor. We're just going to hang here for a few breaths. Wiggle the toes, relax the feet, unclench the teeth. And then lengthen through the arms and walk the body back. So that is going to give you a little relief. This is great to do if you're sitting at your desk chair. That's a great little flow to do if you're just noticing you're feeling your shoulders creep up or you're feeling tension build up around the neck and the upper body. Remember, my name is Julia. This is the Fucking Yoga Company. Yoga for the 99%. That's yoga for you and me. It's yoga for the rest of us. All of the benefits, none of the bullshit. Keep an eye out for the book. And if you have time or you enjoyed this video, thanks for hitting the like button at the bottom of your screen. And please subscribe to the yoga channel or subscribe on my website to keep updated to anything going on in the Fucking Yoga Company world.